The following is a paid program. Talk 103.7 WTIP and Cable Channel 7 welcome you into Financially Speaking with Jim Taunton. Find us live on radio, TV, the IPX Media app, and on YouTube. Just search Financially Speaking NC or get the link at WTIPFM.com. The opinions expressed in this show are for general informational purposes only and not intended to provide specific advice or recommendations for any individual. To determine what investments may be appropriate for you, consult with your attorney, accountant, financial, or tax advisor prior to investing. Securities and investment advisory services are offered through Genoa Wealth Management Incorporated, member FINRA SIPC. Now, here's your host for Financially Speaking, certified financial advisor, Jim Taunton.
Welcome to Financially Speaking. Jim Taunton here, your host for the next 30 minutes. Glad you joined me. Hope you'll be glad when it's all said and done. As you can see if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, I don't have my sidekick with me. Jameson is watching his son play basketball. Good reason to miss the program, actually. I'm getting updates by text, so if I look at my phone while I'm talking to you, you'll know what's going on. You may have children or grandchildren that involved in sports, and you do understand. But we would love to have a phone call with you. I've made some notes of some things I could share, but I'd much rather talk to you the whole program. Good friend Sam Wynn called last week, and virtually we answered questions for him the entire program, and that was just marvelous. Love that. So give me a call, and if you call with a question, not answer a question, call with a question. The only program that does that. Call with a question, and we'll put you in the drawing for the dinner for two at Antavola. I'll even pay the tip. And the number here is 561-TALK, 561-8255. Of course, it's area 252. 561-8255. Call during this first break. It'll go about 2 minutes. We'll take your call first. When we come back, call me with something that's a question about something that's important or pertinent to you personally. That would be great. Or if you just want to call, make a comment, that's okay too. I'll chime in. So 561-TALK, 561-8255. I'll be back with you in about 2 minutes.
Ayden Golf and Country Club invites you to become a member. Come tour our beautiful clubhouse, ballroom, and facilities. For a quality golf experience, sign up for our discounted special membership rates. Low monthly dues with no quarterly food minimum or assessments. Folks love to play golf at Ayden Golf and Country Club. Cool off at the pool all summer. Enjoy excellent food and beverages from the snack bar. Even store your own cart, unless you like to walk. Call 746-3389 for special limited membership rates at the Ayden Golf and Country Club.
My practice has been built on accessibility, responsiveness, and a willingness to be proactive for my clients. I'm not afraid to make recommendations relating to your investments and planning. I do hope all of your financial decisions are good ones, but let's not rely on hope. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work.
Jim has attained 3 professional designations: Certified Financial Planner, Chartered Life Underwriter, and Chartered Financial Consultant, which entails 20 courses of study with examinations and a comprehensive national board exam, administered by the Certified Financial Planning Board. Jim has been practicing in financial services since 1979, which includes investing, planning, and insurance to help you meet your financial goals. Among the many awards Jim has received in his career is his selection to the Guide of the Top Financial Planners by the Consumer Research Council of America. So if you want to work with someone who is working for you, call Jim at 756-4700 or email him at planning@financiallyspeaking.com. That's 756-4700 and planning@financiallyspeaking.com.
Welcome back to Financially Speaking. I'm Jim Taunton, your host. Producer says we don't have a caller. That is a sad state of affairs. Call and interrupt the monologue anytime, please, with anything that you feel is important to you. And I'll be glad to answer questions or just chime in with a comment either way. The number is 561-TALK, 561-8255. I'll have to tell you, I'm do this at my office at home, and I'm looking out a big window over the neighborhood, and my window points to the west, and I'm watching a beautiful sunset. It's been overcast and rainy and all that, but there must be a break in the clouds because I'm seeing some beautiful hues, some pinks and some blues. Probably won't last long, but just a beautiful sunset. I irritate my family, I think, because I take a lot of pictures of sunsets and sunrises and birds and trees and scenes and things like that. I don't know. I just am in awe of what the Lord has done, what He spoke into existence. It's just incredible. All right. I'm going to start with a monologue, but please interrupt me at any point in time. 561-TALK, 561-8255. We've talked a whole lot about NVIDIA on this program. I have, in the interest of full disclosure, I have owned NVIDIA since 2021, and I actually brought NVIDIA to you late 21, maybe early 22. I told you needed to buy it. Had you bought it, you'd have made a lot of money. It is NVIDIA, to put it simply, is a monopoly. And if you invest in a monopoly, you're probably going to do pretty well. And we have a caller, Philip says, on the line. His name is Les. And thank you so much, Les, for interrupting the monologue. Go right ahead with your question.
Well, I was wondering if you could tell me what the difference is in setting up a foundation or setting up a trust. I'm bound to inherit a lot of money. I was wondering which way she would be better to go.
Well, a foundation is a lot more complicated. What are you trying to accomplish with your assets?
I want to eliminate taxes.
Eliminate taxes.
Eliminate is as much as possible.
Well, when you receive the assets, what kind of assets are you're inheriting these assets? Is that correct?
That's correct.
And what type of assets are they? I mean, are they IRA accounts? Is it real estate? What is it?
Some's in an IRA and some's in a brokerage account.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably six figures.
All right. Les, what I will tell you is there is a part of the state tax law that is very favorable to individuals that are inheriting assets. Let me start with the bad first. IRAs, when you inherit those from, are you inheriting from a parent?
Yes.
Okay. When you inherit an IRA from a parent, you'll have 10 years to draw down that account and get it to zero. So you have a long time to defer taxation on that money. But every dollar that comes out will be taxable, but you'll roll it into an inherited IRA in your name. And then you will be required to withdraw and draw down that over a 10-year period. So it's still not so bad. All the other assets, the non-qualified after-tax assets, brokerage account with stocks in it or mutual funds or real estate or personal property, anything like that, you will receive what's called a step up in cost basis on those assets to the date of death value. And what that means, let me use some numbers to try to let the fog lift a little bit. And you may already understand all this, may already have the information, and but I'm going to help you and some other people that are listening too, maybe. Let's say that your parents bought a stock for $10 a share, 30 years ago. And that $30 or $10 a share stock is now worth $100 per share. That's quite an appreciation over time. Well, if they die and leave you that stock, and the value at the date of their death was $100, then your cost basis in that stock is $100, not $10. That simply means that the only thing that you would pay capital gains tax on would be the appreciation from the date of their death with a basis of 100 to whatever it grows to when you sell it. So if you inherit it, say you hold it a year and then sell it, maybe it's grown from 100 to 110 over that year, you'll only pay tax on a $10 capital gain. And it is the same thing on a house. It's the same thing on mutual funds. It's a significant advantage. So I don't know that I'm playing. I'm shooting in the dark here because I haven't seen statements. I don't know what you're holding and all that. But based on what you're telling me, I don't believe that you're going to have to go through all these hoops to avoid taxation. I don't think it's going to be as big an issue as you think it is, unless there's something I don't know about.
Okay, that sounds good.
Yeah, it is good. Yeah, if they had gifted you, now let's say that same stock they bought for $10 30 years ago, it's worth $100. Had they gifted you that stock while they were living, your cost basis would be $10. So it is a significant advantage to inherit assets like that, as opposed to having those assets been gifted to you while the donor was living. Where are you?
Okay.
Are you calling from Greenville, by the way?
Yeah.
Okay. Let me give you my contact information, and I like to do this a couple of times during the program anyway, for everybody that's listening that might want to counsel with me. The first meeting with me is absolutely at no cost or obligation. And if you would like to meet and let me look at some things and give you some advice, first meeting won't be any charge at all for that. And my number at the office is, of course, I'm area 252, but it's 756-4700, 756-4700. My email is Jim, Jim, at jtauntonfinancial.com. Letter J, my last name is Taunton, then financial, that's all one word, .com. So Jim at jtauntonfinancial.com. Good way to contact me is email. And also my website is jtauntonfinancial.com. There's an inquiry page in there. You can fill that out and it'll come to me by email as well. And also on that page, you can find out anything you want to know about Jim and his firm and more, probably. More than you want to know. But yeah, we'd love to sit down with you.
Okay, sounds good.
You have some important decisions to make. So let's give you as much information as we can so you can make a good, educated decision on what you want to do with your assets.
Okay, sounds good.
I appreciate your calling very much.
Information.
Okay,
Yeah,
and
thank
you gave your producer the phone number, I hope, so you're in the drawing for the dinner for Dudon Tavola.
Yeah. Well, he got my
Right.
name wrong. It's Lee instead of Les.
Oh, Lee. Okay. Well, he probably knew Lee, but he texted me less. So just like me.
Sorry about that, Lee.
I hate
Autocorrect.
texting.
I put Lee on the call sheet. I promise. I just my autocorrect. We're blaming Apple.
Okay,
Lee, I hate
correct.
texting.
Yeah,
I can tell you. My fingers are too big to text. I just hate it. I really do. But anyway, thanks for calling very much.
All right, thank you. I appreciate it.
All right. Lee with an excellent question. And anytime come into some assets, there's some very important decisions to make. And some of those decisions, once they're made, are irrevocable. And they can have lasting consequences if you make the wrong decisions. So that's why I suggested to Lee that we meet and just let me look at what he's talking about and clarify, and maybe I can help him have the fog lift a little bit on that situation and the anxiety level go down. That is the whole idea. But, man, I appreciate him calling. All right. We are midway the program, actually. So let's go to another quick 2-minute break, and that'll give people a chance to call if they want to call me with a question, just like Lee did. And again, the number is 561-TALK, 561-8255. I'll be back with you in 2 minutes.
Aiden Golf and Country Club invites you to become a member. Come tour our beautiful clubhouse, ballroom, and facilities. For a quality golf experience, sign up for our discounted special membership rates, low monthly dues with no quarterly food minimum or assessments. Folks love to play golf at Aiden Golf and Country Club. Cool off at the pool all summer. Enjoy excellent food and beverages from the snack bar. Even store your own cart, unless you like to walk. Call 746-3389 for special limited membership rates at the Aiden Golf and Country Club.
My practice has been built on accessibility, responsiveness, and a willingness to be proactive for my clients. I'm not afraid to make recommendations relating to your investments and planning. I do hope all of your financial decisions are good ones, but let's not rely on hope. Let's roll up our sleeves and get to work.
Jim has attained 3 professional designations: Certified Financial Planner, Chartered Life Underwriter, and Chartered Financial Consultant, which entails 20 courses of study with examinations and a comprehensive national board exam, administered by the Certified Financial Planning Board. Jim has been practicing in financial services since 1979, which includes investing, planning, and insurance to help you meet your financial goals. Among the many awards Jim has received in his career is his selection to the Guide of the Top Financial Planners by the Consumer Research Council of America. So if you want to work with someone who is working for you, call Jim at 756-4700 or email him at planning@financiallyspeaking.com. That's 756-4700 and planning@financiallyspeaking.com.
Yes, I'm texting about the basketball game, so you'll just have to excuse me. Jim Taunton back with you. Glad you stayed through the break. We didn't have another caller. That's disappointing. I love talking with callers. That's why I still do this program at age 68, 33 years later. I enjoy educating people, helping people. I always sign off the program. Jim Taunton helping you make all of your financial decisions good ones. I take that quite seriously, actually. And at this point in time in my career, I don't really need a whole lot of new business, if any at all, to be honest with you. Jameson kind of handles all that. I just deal with existing clients and meet with people about planning and help them answer questions and whatnot. So give me a call, 561-TALK, 561-8255. All right, let me go to my notes. Oh, yeah, I was talking about NVIDIA. NVIDIA has done quite well, and as I said before the break, or before the caller, they are a monopoly. They are the only game in town when it comes to AI hardware, chips and GPUs, CPUs, and whatnot. There are some other companies making those things, but nothing like NVIDIA. So they are essentially a monopoly when it comes to the AI processing. They released their earnings yesterday. The price of the stock had become a little stagnant. I mean, it's gone up so much over the last 3 or 4 years. It's incredible. But I mean, the last 6 months has just been kind of treading water. And I thought that earnings release would be the impetus for the stock to start going up again. And it did initially. Upon the release, it went up, $4, $5, $6. Today it went down. It went down like $10, which is incredible. I'm wondering if most people that own NVIDIA are so obtuse about the value of a stock. It's just incredible. If you hold the stock, you should have some idea how valuable the stock is and the potential for it in the future. And if you do or did, I mean, you certainly wouldn't sell it after NVIDIA posted the kind of earnings that they posted yesterday. It was just not only the earnings, but the outlook that they posted was phenomenal. I just have to believe that NVIDIA is kind of like a mainspring that's wound tight, and all of a sudden it's going to pop and go up 30, 40 points. I just think it's going to happen. It's got to. Almost has to, doesn't it? I did chat a little bit with Louis Navalier today. He's been on the program a number of times, and he's quite renowned, actually. Somehow I got connected with him, and I can actually talk with him. Go figure. I don't know. Anyway, I asked him about that. I said, what's going on? He said that there's a lot of covered call writing, which is synonymous with selling on NVIDIA, because it's NVIDIA stock is pervasive. I mean, almost everybody owns it. Professional managers, individual investors, and the like. And a way that you can create income from a portfolio of stocks, especially a stock that really doesn't pay dividends, and NVIDIA is a pure growth play, and it has no dividends to speak of. So the way to create income from that is to write call options, which means you're selling an option on a piece of your NVIDIA portfolio. People buy those, and when they buy them, they want the price of stock to go up because they are able to buy that stock at the current price. If it goes up $20, that call option lets them buy the stock at the current price. So if you sell a call option, you don't want the price to go up. You want to get the premium that they paid for the option as income into your account, but you don't want to have to deliver your stock. That's really not the idea. So Louis is saying that there are many people that are writing these call options that do other things to try to keep the stock price down. And he explained what that was, but I won't even tell you what it was. It's just it's hard for me to understand. That guy's a genius, and he could explain it. Maybe next time we have him on the program, we'll get him to explain that to you. But anyway, it's going to change. It's definitely going to change. NVIDIA is definitely going to start going up. He's firm. He said it many times, said it on his program, said it on his podcast, on CNBC, Fox Business, everywhere. And he said NVIDIA is going to go to $300 a share by the end of the year. And it's at $184 now. And he says it's going to go to $500 a share by the end of the decade. So let's hope that's the case. I do hope that's the case. One thing I did want to mention before I go to the next topic is we send emails out to our clients quite frequently, actually, probably more than one per month, with market updates, good information, financial information. Sometimes it's just funny. Sometimes it's, hi, how you doing? A couple of emails ago, I just sent out a caricature of myself that ChatGPT made for me. Different things, but a lot of it's market data, and it's good, really good information, economic information. If you'd like to get on that list, we will not solicit you. I'll just put you on the list. It's easy to do, put it in a database, and boom, you get the emails when they go out. Doesn't cost me anything, really. Just a little, about 10 seconds to put you in the database. But if you'd like to be added to our email database to start getting those emails, that good information, market information, economic information, send me an email. My email is jim@jtauntonfinancial.com. Jim, Jim, at letter J, TAUNTON, financial.com. And say, put me on the list, and I'll do that. And I will not solicit you, I promise. Just trying to do something nice. All right, we have had a case we worked on, mostly Jameson, actually, in the last couple of weeks. Young fellow, upper 20s, and just starting out in a career. And he had some money to invest, and he wanted to do it on a monthly basis, if at all possible. He actually had lump sum, but we ended up doing everything on a monthly basis on a draft into a mutual fund. In my opinion, if it's not the best way to invest money, it certainly is close. It's called dollar cost averaging. You can impress people at parties by saying, I'm engaged in dollar cost averaging with my investment portfolio. And they'll, wow, really? And you can explain to them what that is. It's very simply buying shares with new money every month. Well, Jim, why is that so good? You are averaging the cost of your shares. That's why it's called dollar cost averaging. So 1 month your money hits the what you're investing in, typically a mutual fund, might be up in value. So you buy fewer shares. But what you already own has gone up in value. And then maybe a month or two later, the market has dropped 10% and your money hits the account. Guess what? You're going to buy 10% more shares because the shares are cheaper. Over time, you want it to go up, and it has always. It has always, the market has always gone up over the last 70 years. There's no guarantee, of course, of it going up over any period of time, but that's history. That's what we have to look at. So you're averaging the cost of your, instead of plopping a large sum in at one point in time and hoping that's the right time to do it, you're buying each and every month, you're averaging the cost of your shares over time. It is an excellent way to invest money. It really is. Most mutual funds, if you set up a systematic dollar cost averaging monthly on a draft, you can start with as little as $50 a month. There is no limit on the top side. This individual is doing considerably more than that, actually, but you could start as low as $50 a month and be an investor. That's right. My number at the office, 756-4700. Ask for Jameson, actually. He's the one that handles most of the new business, 756-4700. And we would just love to talk with you. If you want to start on an investment program, and look, time is much more valuable than the amount. Much. Start young with a little bit, and you'll have much more money than if you wait until you've got a lot of money and want to plop it in at one time. I guarantee you'll have more money. Well, I can't use the G word, guarantee, but his history would tell us you will have more money. Yes, I love dollar cost averaging. Very much so. And it's almost a term that we don't use anymore with investing. I don't know why, but yeah. I have music in my ear, and that simply means that I'm out of time. And I certainly enjoyed being with you tonight. I enjoyed talking with Lee. And maybe next time you'll pick up the phone and give me a call. And remember, we're on YouTube. Financially Speaking NC is the channel. We're on Facebook. It's my private Facebook, but it's Jim Taunton. Just research. And you can watch programs. But as always, this is Jim Taunton helping you make all of your financial decisions good ones. Good night, everybody.